Hi everyone, welcome to this week live. And in this video, you are going to learn about website indexing. Don't worry, it's not the technical side of it. It's going to be very practical and you're going to learn something. You're going to check out your website yourself. And this is to help you know how Google prioritize your website pages when they rank them. Okay, when Google find out that you own a website and they decided to show your website on their search results, how do they prioritize it? What method do they use? And this understanding would help you know how you can optimize your website, not just for search engine, but for your ideal clients, so that when they find your website, they could see the right pages, they could make the decision to click the button, visit your website, and take that amazing action you want them to do. Okay. So if this is your first time or watching my video, do me one huge favor. Share this video with your friends and help as many people as possible to know how Google understand website, how they rank it, so that you can boost your own visibility as well as your friends' visibility and make more sales from your website. For some of you that don't know, my name is Yene, and I help ambitious coaches to turn their website visitor into paying clients by creating their wow website. I also show them how to use their website to make more sales. So one way you could work with me is to click the link in the comment to book your done for you website audits, where I could go through your website, tell you what's working, what's not working, and most importantly, how you can fix them. All right. So let's get started into today's conversation. If your website exists and you are not getting leads, probably because your website is not showing up the way it should. And there's nothing to panic about that. We are going to do a practical exercise where you're going to check out if Google actually see your website the way you do. All right. So let's get into the point. Your website exists, but does Google actually know it is there? And if they know it, what's going on? Why this is important is because sometimes you Google your website page and you didn't say it, the page didn't exist, and you wonder what's going on. Did you publish it or not? And sometimes you publish a new content on your website, but it's not showing up on search engine. When that happens, it's usually indexing issues, not redesign problem. All right. But what in the world is website indexing? I want you to think about your website as a library. So if your website is a library, it's going to have books that is stored in that library. And that library that stores books, those books are the pages of your website. So indexing is when Google actually add your page, in this context, your book, into its library. And that is the process of indexing. So when you own a website, you want it to be added to Google search results. And that process is called indexing. Just like if you own a book, you want the most famous library where your target audience may likely visit to have that book on their shelf. Okay. So why is this important to you? It's because if your pages are not indexed, it means that it will not be visible on search results. And if it's not visible on search results, you won't see client. People will not be visiting the website and conversion would not happen. And sometimes old pages that you no longer want people to see because your business is evolving, your business is growing, it's actually what show up on Google. So that could be confusing. It could lead people to a wrong page or page that doesn't even exist. And that is lost leads and traffic and sales. You don't want that to happen for your website. So indexing is important because it boosts your visibility. And when your website is visible, revenue can grow. So how do they find out how the Google processes work? How do they find a website and know how to store it in their bookshelves? They do that through crawling. So when they crawl website, then when they crawl the wall of internet, they discover pages that are new or old on website. And they decided to do something. They make decision either to store it up or to ignore it. And that is how indexing works. Now, your website can be discovered by Google, but they may not index it. And that is the key point here. Not all websites discovered by search engine actually index. And there could be many factors about that. But how you will know if your web page is indexed or not is if your page actually appear on Google search. We're going to do a brief exercise on how you can find that out. But if it doesn't appear, it could simply mean that that page is not indexed by Google. So the process is very simple. Website exists. Google do their own thing, crawl the pages, crawl the internet, find out new information to store in their system so they could give it to people when people Google stuff. And then from there, people get the results that they want. Now, why pages don't get indexed? What would be the factors where you could own a website, Google could do their own thing growing the internet, and they could not see your page or could not get your page to index? That could happen if your page is new and they're yet to actually discover it. It could also happen if there's setting that block Google from actually seeing the page, or you have set up a page in such a way that it's non-indexed. Google could see the page as duplicated, or the domain name have different version, or they are not linked in the right order. So that could be a factor that could block your pages from being seen by search engine like Google. So now we are going to do the practical bit of things to actually see how to get your website known in the right way. So you're gonna open Google, obviously. That's what we're talking about. And we're gonna do a live demo to see which page is actually indexed, which page are indexed on your website. And the step number 2 is for you to type site, full column, your domain name, and press search to see how it works. I'm going to demonstrate that for you using my website. Now, before I do the practical bit, there are a few things you need to kind of take notice of. Point number 1 is that check carefully. Important pages, do they show up in Google? Are whole pages still showing up? Is Google showing a wrong page title or description? Those are the key notes when you actually see your page, what to take notice of. What you shouldn't panic about if your page is new or you recently redesigned your website or you change your URL, okay? If those are new things for you, don't need to panic. Now, what is the practical bit of what you're going to do? Now, I want you to open your browser. I'm going to share my screen now so you actually see what I'm talking about. Hopefully, you can see the screen share. So when you open Google, you type site, full column, / copy and paste your domain name. When you do that, the pages that Google know your website with would eventually show up. Okay, so when they show up, I want you to click the page to actually see the destination it takes you to. That shows you that what Google are prioritized in terms of visibility or ranking of your pages. What do they prioritize when it comes to that? So that's a simple way to know which page on your website is indexed. So all you need to do is scroll through them and see where it lead them to. And for example, you click on this service page and see where it takes you to. And when you see where it takes you to, you actually know, okay, that person is visible on search engine, and then it might be able to help you drive the right traffic to your website. So that is how you get to know which page of your website actually show up and how that can help you boost your website visibility. What you just see me demonstrated to you is one of the things that I check when I do a done for you website audit. When I audit your website, it's not all about keywords or about what is ranking. It's all about where can you tap into the visibility on Google. What's working, what's not working, and most importantly, in what order do you need to fix them in order for you to turn website visitor into paying client? Because for you to fix anything, you need to know what is that and how is it working? Is it working for you or it's not working for you? So the best way to do that is to click the link in the comments to book your done for you website audit, where it helps you identify the key things that your website needs for it to start turning traffic into paying client. If you have any question after watching this video, please do well to ask me a question in the comment and share this video. Please help as many people as possible to get to see how their website show up on Google. This is important for your friends. This is important for your business as well. So whatever you're doing, keep the dream of your website alive. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.